guys, so I'm sitting here again editing my video, but I wanted to mention something. So I have been in the talks with my friends over at Dad Rod Garage, and they, in their free time, not free time, it's their job, they do graphic design and t-shirts and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I designed a t-shirt design between a little bit of AI and Photoshop and all that. I created this design, got a hold of the guys at Dad Rod, and they're going to help me. It's going to be on their website and kind of like their team shop thing. But I'll have a t-shirt design with my new logo. I haven't got my new logo on the intro yet, but I'm working on it. But you'll see the new logo on the shirt along with the design. The design kind of comes from, I was working with Tommy on his truck, and it was right before sick week. He was stressed, and I went over there and helped him out, and we both realized like we were having a great time. There was a huge time crunch, but it was a total blast, and we were laughing the entire time. And the phrase, the stakes are high, but the vibes are higher, just our slap happy selves, was thrown around. It stuck. I made a t-shirt with it. So I'll link it in the description, and I'll try to link it in the video if I can. I don't know how to do this YouTube stuff. But if you can, help support me, help keep this stuff going a little bit longer. And like I said, it's my first shirt. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it looks pretty cool. I think there's a picture right here. So if you guys like it, cool, order one. Helps me out. And like I said, it's my first one. I'm pretty stoked about it. So anyways, with that, carry on with the video. Alright guys, I'm back. I took a little vacation, which was honestly kind of needed to get away from this stuff for a minute with everything going on. So that was kind of nice. But now we're back and we need to get some work done. As you guys saw in the last video, we got the new transmission in. But that doesn't mean it's without issues. We found a leak, and I still don't know if it works because I have the half of a drive shaft in it. I can't put it in gear because I don't want it to ting, 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 ting. So that's fun. But I also need to pop one of the cooler lines off, make sure the pump's working and all that stuff. But like I said, we got a gasket. We got to throw that new gasket in it. Get that figured out. Test the pump, make sure it works. And then also, I don't know if you guys can see it down there, but my rear end, leaks a lot. Yeah, I know. Haha. Regardless, that's going to need fixed along with the leak from the transmission. So I'm going to get started on that, start tearing into some stuff, and then got a couple side quests that I need to get done. But first and foremost, let's get this gasket in and make sure that we can stop this leak. All clean. It's like 90 degrees today. I'm not a fan. The old Haynes manual didn't say how tight to make these, so we're just gonna go with the old German engineering technique of guten tight.
Tomorrow.
Here we are at the rusty gates of Astros in Granville, Ohio. This is Sebastian's first time. This is my second time. No bucko this time.
This is my Astros virginity.
Astros virginity. God, I wish we had bucko with us.
I feel like everything would be a lot more.
So we're gonna try our best here to find what we're looking for. I've been here, so I know what we're about to walk into. Sebastian, he's just figuring it out right now. But
I feel like I shouldn't blink. Like I need to like keep my head on a swivel.
It's weird because like when I was here, there was no leaves on the trees, but like now everything's like.
Hey, the shade's nice.
Shade's nice. Yeah. So we're trying to find a drive shaft for Sebastian's truck.
I broke mine. If you didn't know.
Yeah. So.
Oh, critical speed. How do you think he'd feel if he just came back here and we had this thing running and we're just like up in the crane? We'd never be allowed back.
You played that off pretty good.
Athlete.
Is there a drive shaft in there?
Yeah.
Is it straight?
Yeah.
It's a long bed, isn't it? It is a long bed.
It's a schlong bed. The other big thing is...
How?
Yeah.
I reckon we got you some bedsides.
Yeah, they're solid. They were solid at one point in time.
Oh my God. Our dumb just forgot the tape measure, but we just found this aluminum drive shaft sitting in this truck.
What's that say? 5'8", 60. There's a bug near me. That's 68 though.
Brother.
Allegedly. Let's see how good you are, Steve Jobs. Double check. Oh, iPhone. Where are you at? Where's the measurement? Where'd it go? That one says 58, but I took... Do we risk asking him? Like, can we borrow a tape and like walk that down there and be like, hey.
Why didn't we bring the tape measure?
Oh, this one's short.
Is it?
It's real short. It's like 4 foot maybe.
Damn.
I don't know how.
That's a cute truck though. You could throw some clear coat on that. Sell it for 10 grand.
Custom. At one
Custom. At one point it was custom.
Dude, these bugs and like animals.
Yeah, but I wish it brought like fire starters and like, something to camp out.
We could have dinner. We could make dinner out here. There's some deer.
Yeah, it's a whole adventure. Up, 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 up.
This is why people don't like kids.
Sebastian's got a shaft.
That's what she said.
Aluminum one, unbelievably.
You zooming in on my swamp booty?
I am now.
Oh gosh, I am drenched. I didn't even work hard for this. I just walked.
Well, we got pretty lucky. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I hope.
If it's the right measurement, I'll literally cry for you.
Part of me doesn't want a measurement because I'm so hopeful.
Right. It's got to be close.
It's gotta be. You just want to hold me in the center there?
I'll hold you center. No way. Is it 69? What? Are you serious?
I wish I was kidding.
Look, I don't know about the yoke situation, but you can buy a couple yokes and now you've got a race drive shaft. It's 69. What the... Dude, what?
Oh, I'm drenched, but it's so amazing.
But can you imagine? He's like, yeah, that's an $800 drive shaft. Like, oh. He's pretty fair.
Yeah. I'll tell him I'll go get more cash if I have to.
Is it 4 inches? Can you like measure? It is.
It's 100%.
They have to be because 3.5 is weak for aluminum.
Yeah,
probably.
and I have a good yoke for the transmission, and then I just need, because then it just has the things, the C-clamps.
What just happened? Dude, you know how long that's probably been sitting in that truck?
Years.
But like, why is it even sitting there? Like, who took that out and then just left it?
I don't know.
Because it's out of a new truck and there's no new trucks
work.
here. All right. Look at you go.
I'm so happy.
How did that just happen?
For $50.
50 doll hairs, and you're walking out of here in record time. First of all, can we just record time?
Yeah.
We didn't film it, but that drive shaft was just sitting in the cab of a truck.
Another truck that we were like
We didn't
looking at the drive shaft.
No tools required.
No.
We're in and out.
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes?
Yeah. This guy's probably just impressed with us.
Probably. We probably should have told him, yeah, we went all the way to the top of the hill,
Yeah.
had to dig it out, we'd crane the truck up.
We forgot the tools, so Tommy just used his fingertips and took off the 30-year-old rusted bolts.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh.
And it's aluminum.
Yeah. I'm in awe.
You might be racing next weekend if you find the right yokes. That's the only question.
Well, the thing is, I got yokes.
Yeah.
Well, I got one yoke. The other one's obliterated, but
We'll figure it out.
I ain't worried.
We've made it this far. We got to figure out
This
the
is
rest.
huge.
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 Huge. All right, so we're just in shock right now.
Yeah.
Like, we got to figure out the yoke situation, but that Sebastian probably just saved $900 to $1,000.
Yeah.
When you figure up, you got to have a brand, like, we were just going in there looking for a stock drive shaft, and I knew the chances were slim because you saw the trucks. You might find one, but you're gonna risk your life getting it. And then I look in the cab of this truck. It was like a 90s, maybe late 80s OBS Ford, and there's an aluminum drive shaft just sitting there.
It was perfect. He literally, like, I'm like under this truck, and I just hear Tommy go, well, there's a drive shaft. And I almost like looked past it in the truck. He's like, no, right there, the aluminum one. I was like, oh, it is right there.
Just sitting there. It's like a 4-inch aluminum, which is what he needs, but like that's not, we just came here today to get a stock one just so he could drive it. That's it. But like, we just skipped that step completely, and now he's going home with a 4-inch aluminum drive shaft. That's 69 on the dot. Center to center.
That we keep talking about a 69-inch shaft. I think that's
dude, but it was perfect. I mean, right on the dot. Like, what are the odds? We didn't even get a tool out.
No. And like, we left the toolbox in the truck because we were like, we don't want to carry that up the hill. If we find something, we'll go get what we need.
Oh yeah, we were hopeless.
Yeah. We're walking around just kind of like, it's hot out. I'm soaked. Like, walking up a hill, you basically need a ladder to get up.
Sheer luck.
Yeah.
We're just baffled. We're gonna go buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. That was crazy.
I'm in awe. That was awesome.
I was like, no, they're closed. I'm like, oh, yeah.
You're so excited right now.
I am. I'm also still half asleep.
I respect that. All right, guys. Successful trip to the junkyard, which was a blast. Excuse the fan. It's hot as can be out here. Anyways, I matched the pieces together, and I want to show you this. Caps are lined up on this end. Caps are lined up on this end. Obviously, lost a little bit in the center, but I think we are in great shape. Just saying. All right, guys, we got the new drive shaft up under the truck. Took it to Super Duty, which is like our local drive shaft shop. And they got new U-joints put in for it for me. A new yoke on the front end because I bent the other one on the last drive shaft. And they weighed it. They said it balanced fine, but there is some run out in the center, meaning it's got a little eat in it. They said it's within spec, but with racing it, they said be very mindful. So I'll preface this for all of you. This has already the plan has been a temporary drive shaft so I can move the truck and drive it into town if I want. Get it running, or get it driving again, rather. So, figure worst case scenario, we'll throw this in, see how it feels. If it feels good, maybe we'll test the water a little bit, but I don't feel like doing this again. So, yeah, like I said, we're gonna get this drive shaft in, but I did find out that my yoke on the rear end is pretty trashed. So, I have another one from a spare right there. So I'm gonna get that thrown on, try to not mess up my pinion preload, market and everything. You guys know. We'll go from there. Okay, The new yoke is in. You can see it in there. Drive shaft is in. Topped off the rear end with fluid. I guess now's the time to fire the truck up and see if it'll go through gears and see if this transmission's worth anything. First big step was making sure the motor was okay, which I think it is, after we started it in the first video in the critical speed video rather. We started the motor and it seemed to be okay. Now we get to see if the transmission's okay, and if it's not, I'll be honest with you, I got other stuff going on like the barn. Gonna finish it before I go send this transmission off and spend $1,000 to get it redone. So let's hope it just goes through the gears and works. Ugh. Okay, moment of truth. All right, guys, truck is back on the ground for the first time since everything happened. I mean, now it's only time to test the transmission, see if it'll go up on the converter and all those things. Might take it up the road, see how the drive shaft feels. I don't trust it, I don't think yet. So if anything, I'll just go really slow, but this is ground test 1. Well, it moves under its own power, so that's good, but I forgot I need a power steering pump belt. So, not going to take it up the road today, but it does move under its own power. Alright guys, so as you saw in that last clip, the truck moves under its own power, which is great. But, I got it up on the converter, and there was a little bit of a shake. It didn't seem happy. So I'm thinking I might need a torque converter. It's hard to tell, but there's also, when you rev the truck, there's like a slight ticking sound, and it gets worse as the engine gets warmer. It's got good oil pressure. It's got all that. The valves are, it's a hydraulic roller cam, so they're not solid. They shouldn't be that noisy. And I wouldn't be surprised if the ticking sound is coming from the torque converter after it gets hot and it starts spinning. And then, like I said, with the shake, because when it's in park and you just free rev it, it's fine. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be going on. Let me explain something to you guys. When we put the torque converter in the last video and it fell out 17 times, I noticed something on it and it made me skeptical, and I think this might have confirmed it. But the inside, so how you have your snout on the torque converter and then you have your splines on the inside that spin. Those splines, yes, they spun, but they also moved laterally. Let me show you on this old torque converter kind of more what I meant. I think I'm going to need a converter, which isn't a huge deal. I mean, I can pull this transmission out by myself in an hour or so and slide the new one in. Like, it's not that bad. It's just kind of a pain. And it's pricey. It's expensive. But I don't know. Might be time for a new one anyway. Get a little bit more stall. Get this thing to 60 foot a little bit better. There's options. We'll see. I'm thinking that's the route that I'm going to go down. I'm going to make a couple phone calls. See if I can, even if I can get this one rebuilt. I don't know what all that entails. If it can be cut open, fixed, and rewelded, I don't know. That's out of my wheelhouse. There's people I can call for that. So that's what I'm going to do this week. Like I said, we'll get through the 4th of July weekend and figure that out. But like I said, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we are. So here's the stock converter, but you can see the splines down in there. And like when you spin this, you can get the splines to spin just a little bit. This one's obviously pretty tight. It's just a stock one, but the splines in there, let's grab a screwdriver. Ta-da. The splines in there don't move back and forth. See what I mean? Like they're pretty well in place when it comes to north, south, east, west. They spin freely, but on the converter that's in this truck, these splines in here would wiggle this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. They wouldn't just spin. They would actually kind of clunk. So, I'm suspicious of you. So, with that little tidbit of information, I guess, like I said, I'm going to start making phone calls and see if that's normal for a fairly loose converter. We think this one's that's in this truck is a 28 to 3200 stall. If I do get a new one, I'm probably going to go 32 to 34, if not maybe a little higher. Like I said, just get this heavy thing out of the starting line, you know. But like I said, I'm skeptical. I don't trust that torque converter right now. But like I said, I got to make phone calls. Anyways, I'll get there eventually. But with that being said, that'll be in the next video that is about the truck. The next one, I think I'm going to go to a couple races and just hang out and film some stuff. But the next video about the truck, hopefully we have more answers and we can figure out a game plan on where to start. Do some process of elimination and go from there. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you feel like it, go click the link in the description. Pick up a shirt. It helps me out. It's my first one. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you don't feel like buying a shirt, you can still help. Just like, share, and subscribe. That helps more than anything. Yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thanks again. I'll see you on the next one.